Hi guys, this is a Delphicon 2023 where we can celebrating 28 years of Delphi and the old man, of course not. In Brazil, we say old pot makes good food. With thus a typical expression in mind, let's go. I am Kivian. I will speak about how to integrate your apps with Alexa devices. This talk was present at the Embarcadero conference last year in São Paulo, Brazil, and had an incredible success. Today, I have the opportunity to present this subject worldwide. I don't have my English fluently, but I felt it so much important to bring this subject to you myself. So I tried hard. It's a very sad I had to read it at certain times. Be patient, friends, please. Okay, voice is the most natural form of human interaction. Through we can transmit and collect information in a very natural, easy and fast way. Because speech is a closed link with your thoughts, and this makes it a very pleasant to be able to speak and be understood and also be able to learn new things. In this presentation, we be able to realize that we can go far beyond screens, buttons, and grids, as we Delphi developers are used to. You will be able to bring a totally innovative experience to customers, greatly enriching the interaction of these users with their data. When I was a little girl, I was impressed with how fast technology advanced and with the perspective it gives of achieving the impossible. Today, as a developer, I feel very happy to participate in this incredible moment that we are living, when technology is reaching surprising level of naturalness and excellent interaction with humans, and everything is a summary of a very important word, and that I will say here many times, and I want you to keep in mind that is called innovation. The goal is to talk about virtual assistants, at our Alexa skills, the way to learn about building Alexa skills, and the main point, how to integrate in your application with Alexa devices. I created a response form where I could capture interesting responses from developers of any language. I want to discuss some interesting points from this research with you. This research was carried out with 100 Brazilian developers and was shown at the Embarcadero Conference 2022. I read this research to reach developers from all over the planet, but unfortunately, I did get enough answers to share with you. Sad, I know. This form consisted of 3 questions. Are you a Delphi developer? Do you know about Alexa devices? Do you have knowledge on how to build skills? I asked the fan if they were knowledgeable about Alexa devices, not do mention build 10, and the result was this. 10 had doubts, and 90 said they knew it well. Well, I'm sure we think that Brazilians don't know about the devices. Well, it's true, but that also applies to developers from other countries as well, according to in this research that was done. But the most interesting point is that I asked the fan if they have knowledge about the building Alexa skills, and the numbers about developers of any technology were this. 7 said they have experience, 51 said they have no experience, and 37 said they have knows how to build. This interesting because it means that those who have notions just lack the opportunity or time to do something more complex. When I asked the Delphi developers, I think we might be a little concerned that 70% of them said they have no idea how to build Alexa skills. 30% said they have some idea, and 1 said they know how to build. That is, we come to conclusion that Delphi developers are more afraid, perhaps, of starting or studying technology different from those they experience in their day at work. But starting today, we are going to change that way of thinking, and we will see here how to it is possible not only to create skills but also to integrate them with your Delphi applications. Before this lecture, it works something like this. Developers in general happy and content and feeling safe, exploring new worlds, new lives, new civilizations. What about said Delphi developers no longer. But let's talk a little about myself. I am Kivian Cristaldo Emerim. My name is a bit unusual, so we have this kiwi fruit in the corner of the slide. This fruit is a very common here in Brazil, and as incredible as it may seem, it is a very similar to my name. After all, here in Brazil, we call it kiwi or kiwi, but whatever, right? I put it so you don't forget my name, okay? I am content creator on Instagram on the Delphi page, where I talk about Embarcadero products, about events, interesting things for the developer community, and with a certain amount of good humor to work on the difficulties that we developers face on a daily basis. Follow me. I am MVP Embarcadero, the youngest I believe. I've been working with Delphi for over 12 years. I started with Delphi 5 and had the opportunity to work with all versions that came after and beyond. I am studying systems analysis and development here in Brazil. I've worked with several databases like Firebird, Oracle, SQL Server, and everything else. I am a senior developer at Equisoft, and I've been working at this company for over 3 years. I have infinite love for technology and innovation. Go talk about virtual assistants. One important point is that I know that in English we refer to things like it. But you will see me referring to virtual assistants as she or he, so don't be mad at me, but I just like to treat them like my friends. This little guy here was the IBM shoebox. He got that name because he was as small as a shoebox. There are no shows inside. Okay, whatever, it was able to perform math functions and speech recognition. He was built in 1961 and had the uncanny ability at the time recognized 16 spoken words, including digits from 0 to 9. Apple Siri was built in Objective-C in 2011. It is a unique Apple product and it uses fascinating natural language processing to answer questions, make recommendations, and perform reactions with a certain amount of complexity. She is exceptional. Her answers and the way she speaks adapts to the user based on her searches and preferences. This guy is okay Google. I don't know about you, but I have had this guy but into conversations with my friends. But that's okay. Interestingly, it does not lose all features when you run out of internet and is designed for you to little things like turning off the flashlight, opening the music, among others. About Cortana, since it did not go as well as we hoped. Today, Amazon has an excellent variety of devices that work with Alexa, like the Echo Dot, Echo Studio, various sizes of Echo Show, Echo Buds, Echo Auto, and you talk about the built-in later. And we have the Astro, which was announced last year on the Amazon event. This guy walks around your house, has facial recognition, expression of emotions like happiness, sadness, anxiety. You can ask him to take something to someone since he has a back compartment. And yes, we can integrate him with Delphi applications. We also have Alexa built into smart TVs, smartwatches, headphones, and smartphones just to be downloading the Alexa app on those devices. Okay, well, just like we have apps on smartphones to fulfill a certain purpose, Alexa also needs apps or radar skills. Just like we need an app to listen to music on our smartphone, we also need a skill to listen to music on Alexa, or to order food, or do shopping at your favorite supermarket, and more. Basically, skills are like apps that make voice communication experience with Alexa more practical in your daily lives. That's great, Kivian, but how can I be useful and venture in the world of Alexa skills? Okay, well, you must create as an Amazon developer account, okay? Secondly, to learn and understand how skills creation works, you should take a simple course made by Amazon called Cake Time. Amazon has been making intense efforts to get documents and developer support materials translated into multi-language. I could not help but mention this course at Embarcadero conference in Brazil, as it has no available in Portuguese. But anyway, I invite you browse the Alexa documents, as they are very rich in a simple and a very didactic information on how to start and creating skills. This course is very interesting because we cover it from the beginning as a hello world, though a little more complex things like collection of curved slots by automatic delegation, adding memory to your skills, using Alexa settings API, skills tests, availability, certification, and skills releases. Okay. About the two tools that we can use to create the code in the backend, we have two options in Node.js and in Python. Lately, a plugin for VS Code has been made available to help with skills development. But when I say this to help developers, they are like sad, empty, and lonely. But developers of other languages feel happy and secure. But after reading the documents but available by Amazon, you will see that it's a very, very well explained, and even someone who is the new to programming can learn it easily. Correct. How does Alexa skills work? Well, this is a Chloe. She is at home and wants to turn on the lights. Then she says, Alexa, turn on the light. Oh, sorry. My Alexa, say hello. Sorry. And then the Amazon code appears. Just kidding. That when it all happens, the Amazon voice service turns audio into text. Basically a string. Turn on the light. At that moment, an installed skill will be searched that activates an intent in the back end with the phrase turn on the light. You will see later in the video that intents would be like functions or procedures that are activated through a specific voice command that we are going to assign to them. So whenever I say turn on the light, a block of code developed by us will happen. In the most cases, there is communication with the manufacturer's API that connects your smart lamp via Wi-Fi. But we got to the main point of the lecture: how to integrate your applications with Alexa skills. Oh, so excited! We have Ronaldo here. He is at his company where he is excellent developer who saw this lecture and built and integrating skills with Delphi. He wants to know how much the company provides this month in an easy, quick, and intuitive way. So he asks, Alexa, send me this month's profit report. As I explained in the previous example, the Alexa voice service transforms the voice into text as a string, as you know it, and communicates with your skills where it has an intent that I imagine has a name, profit relatory, whatever. That will call on a API, but it's not just any API. Pay close attention. We have a service in Delphi on a horse listening to open port on Windows. Sample? Well, Do you know the horse framework? It is a really very interesting because we can create servers in a very easy and fast way. I will take a little more about him later, but he is a very characterized by this horse in this picture. Listening for open port in Windows. It could be open port on some other platform, okay? But the intention is to make it clear how this API communication with Alexa server works. Through this service, we can include a unity or call summon procedure of your application and do something you want, like registering a customer requesting the price of product or whatever your creativity sends. Let's see a video now that will take a little more about the project created. Hello, I'm going to show you how my Pronto Marcadinho project turned out, which in Portuguese means read market. I have a group of projects with the server on Horsey and my Delphi application. My server listens on port 9000, which has multiple endpoints. The part of location a client, location a professional, making appointment, looking for available appointments, which is a query like a report. I use the procedures that are being used in application because I made very interesting use of code. I made some changes like this procedure that I created very similar to another one that is used in the application. I show you my project in Delphi Windows application, where there is a registration of professionals and clients in agenda and appointment scheduling. I go starting Horsey. This is a scheduling screen where you can see that is free, so let's schedule it this time through Alexa at 3 p.m. This is a Alexa console developer. There is the vocation name where this is the part that we configure as we call your skills. Let's take a look at our intents. We have the scheduled times intent. When we say to Alexa, Dr. Anna, tomorrow on the afternoon shift, she will fill these slots that are like variables, nothing you don't already know. When we say this sentence, it will activate your code in Node.js. It will load times, it will fill variables that we talk about. It will call the endpoint on the server, receive the response, and handle it. Every time I say something, it will activate that block of code and return to us. Let's go to text session and let's talk to Alexa and see how to make this appointment available. I am going to write here in our invocation name Pronto Marcadinho. I say open Pronto Marcadinho. She welcomes me and says that we are going to play and making an appointment, and then we will be able to see in your application. And asks my name. I'm going to pretend that I am going to arrange of a doctor for my husband and say my name is Rafael. She asks me which professional's name and shift I want. I tell her I want to make an appointment with Dr. Anna. She says that that on that day at these times, I say I want 3 p.m. And she going to application Delphi. Let's go there. It as really market at 50 p.m. At 3 p.m. You can go to GitHub to see the code, and I hope like it. Okay. Talking again about my project, it is composed of three layers. Your application in Delphi, a server in Horse listening to open a port in Windows, and an Alexa skill. We also have Plan B, which are made up of the Amazon Storage Service component that has the ability to upload these files to Amazon S3, uh, where Alexa has access, but unfortunately, I have not had the opportunity to test this option yet. If you do, send me an email telling me how the experience was, please. Okay? Um, okay, Alexa, send me Kivianzinhas. Send me a little Kivian useful links. We have the Cake Time link from Amazon. The link to Adventure on the Horse. My GitHub with the example shown in the video. Please feel free to contact me. My spoken English is not fluent, but I manage well in writing. And thanks means thank you. I hope you like it. And let's go to the questions. But I intend to return here at Delphicon next year with my English a little better. They cover me. Okay, thanks. Go to questions.
All right, great, fantastic. Thank you, Kivian. And we can bring you on here, answer some questions. A lot of great comments here that your English is fantastic. Hello, it's good to see you. Again.
Hello, team.
Hello.
It's pleasure for me talk to you again.
Yeah, it's great. And Gustavo, you're back as well.
Yes, with no now it's not my session and I don't have any problem with the internet.
That's the way it goes, right?
Gustavo, help me translate for us because my English
Yes.
is I learn and
Mm-hmm.
Gustavo is better.
Okay.
Okay.
Is too nice with my English.
Apparently, you pronounced Delphi correctly, so.
It's Delphi or Delphi? I never know.
I don't think anybody knows. Both are good.
Because I saw Ian talk Delphi and I saw you Delphi.
Both are used interchangeably. It depends on who's talking, and I'll use both. I vary sometimes too. So there's a comment here. Marco said, "I'm curious about this presentation since I've done some Alexa skill building myself for a presentation here in Italy." And then he shared an example that a developer is using Alexa plus Delphi to call the next patient in a medical lab, so he didn't have to wash his hands when he interacted with the computer. So if you have that's a really good use cases anytime you're going to have a situation where your hands are, you don't have contamination, maybe you're cooking or working in medical or whatever, where you interacting with something would be an issue.
Yes, I talked with Marco in last year when I built in the project Pronto Marcadinho.
Mm-hmm.
I think about the big project about Alexa and Delphi, and he helped me for ideas about construction, about build this project, and I can.
Yeah. I love, there was a few comments here about, you mentioned that you switched your Alexa to English for learning English. And someone else was saying that his was in Norwegian, but he didn't know how it was going to respond. It would go either way. And then Patrick said that as long as Alexa understands your English, then that's good enough.
Yes.
I changed my Alexa for talking with me English. She helped me. I talk in my presentation. I say he or she for virtual assistants because with my friends, and I know in English say it for thanks. But no said with me, okay?
All right.
Let's see.
Someone is working with pizzas with in the last comment.
Yeah, pizzas. I think
pizzas.
that recipes like cooking would be a good. I think there probably are skills for that already. That's one of the things I think really the skill to the secret for an Alexa skill is that you're not writing an Alexa skill just to write a skill, but you have to have some sort of problem that you need to solve, right? And then you make the Alexa skill to solve that problem. And so if
Yes.
you might not have a use case or scenario that you need it, but when you do need it, then it's a great solution to go with. So Sergio said it's Delphi in ancient Greek, and that's usually in the US.
We don't know. It's a shame we don't know that.
Usually, if it's from Europe, people from Europe will say Delphi, and people from the US will say Delphi. Usually. Okay. Will your code of your project be shared, or do you have a GitHub link?
Yes.
It's on the link. It's on the link of the presentation, Kivian. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And also, Kivian has a page on Instagram who has the link on bio. That there's a link on GitHub as well, right, Kivian?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Follow me on Instagram and Delphi. In bio on Instagram, I have links about my GitHub and other projects in future. Okay.
Patrick has posted the link here on the comments. Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick.
Thanks.
And I've been following you on Instagram, and you are probably one of the most prolific Instagram people I know. You post a lot, and it's very entertaining Delphi content. So thank you. So David's asking, how much JavaScript skill do you need to know JavaScript in order to write an Alexa skill, or can you do it without JavaScript?
Good question. So you choose in the Python or JavaScript, okay? And help me, Gustavo. You like it in the Python or JavaScript?
Both works as well. It's no different at all. Just the language.
And work a little JavaScript, but I station is very easy for about JavaScript or Python is very easy. I recommend it.
Okay.
I think
Patrick points out that if you use Python for Delphi, you could do Alexa and UI on devices. Interesting. Yep.
Oh, I I think about this on this build in this project, but I don't try use the Python for Delphi, and if you build a project in Python for Delphi, send me an email. I like to see this project.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Maybe Patrick will do that. He's pretty prolific, gets a lot of stuff, does a lot of stuff. Not that I need to give him anything more to do. Are there any other examples you're aware of use cases people have used Alexa skills, custom Alexa skills for?
There's another example, Kivian, about other developers using Alexa skills with Delphi.
Not yet, but I know other developers in Brazil before Embarcadero conference at 2022. We build. I think I built a project, and I waiting. I waiting information about.
Even start this. Maybe next year we have much more applications with Alexa, because frankly, I before this presentation of Kivian, I never think in Delphi and Alexa.
I thought when you opened up talking about the how natural it is to talk to, for some use cases, to use voice to interface with things. And I think that's really true, is that there are certain use cases when voice makes a lot of sense, right? Now, other use cases it doesn't. And so finding that right use case, and I would suggest if if you saw the session, you're like, oh, I'd love to do this, go look at the Alexa skills that are already out there and available and see what people are doing. And then that maybe might give you some ideas about what you can do with it and, help get your creativity going.
Yes.
Did you have a specific use case you wanted to do this for, or did you just excited about the technology and wanted to learn about it?
Sorry?
Was there a reason you wanted to build this, or was it just exciting? Did you have a use case for it?
Why do you choose? Why do you choose? Do you choose make a session about Alexa and Delphi?
Because why I build this project in Alexa, Gustavo?
Não, por que tu escolheu fazer a apresentação? Por que tu escolheu Alexa e Delphi? O que te motivou?
Okay. I love technology and innovation, and I going in. I started in the shopping, and I see.
You always think that there's a possibility with Alexa here. In the
Exactly.
supermarket, in a store, in the mall, something like that.
Technology is a fast and
It's growing so fast. It's growing so fast. The technology.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I see cases in my life, in my day, is a very interesting use voice for many things, and I feel happy and see projects in Delphi using in Alexa skills. E I think
certo. Quer experimentar galinha pintadinha?
Alexa,
pare.
So that's the next question here. Does Alexa sometimes start when you didn't mean for it to? Yes, it does. Yeah.
But please do not create a Skynet. We don't want that. We don't want Skynet controlling our lives.
Patrick suggested that he doesn't imagine himself talking to computers except for insulting them. But this has inspired him to give him some ideas. So this is a good comment here that said Alexa can send the commands to your server, your Delphi server, which has access to everything Delphi application does. So really that's what you're doing, is you're sending the commands from Alexa to your server to do things. Yep.
Yes, yes, exactly. You think you call whatever and classes and procedures and functions, whatever you have in your application is amazing. You call and you receive in this voice from Alexa.
So in the future, I'm gonna say, Alexa, make my project. Give me the code.
Yep.
Alexa, destroy ChatGPT.
Yes, Alexa, write a program in Delphi to do da 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 da. And tell it to compile, and it runs, and yep, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate you putting this together, and happy to have you as part of the MVP family. And
Thanks.
yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jean. Thanks, Embarcadero. And follow me on Instagram, please. And I write in English, okay? My talk is so. And send me an email.
What is your Instagram? Actually, I have it right here. I'll put it in the chat so that we have it.
Ki Delphi or Kai Delphi or Ki Delphi. I don't know.
But yeah, you are. I love following you on Instagram because every day something new and exciting with Delphi that you're doing, and it's fun.
Thanks, Jean.
Yeah. Oh, apparently, let's see. Sergio says that you're really the Bally Madison from the Good Witch franchise undercover. That must see how you get so much done. And here's your Instagram for everybody. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, and we'll see you around.
Okay.